Okay, we're live now.
Perfect. Hi, everybody. So just FYI, this presentation is being recorded, and we would like to welcome you to the Non-Credit Initiatives presentation. The way it'll work today, we'll have a short PowerPoint presentation. We'll discuss our program, give you guys a little bit more information, and then we'll like to run a Q&A. So in case you guys have any questions, any interest about the program, you guys can post in a discussion, and then we'll answer. This presentation is being recorded, so you guys will be able to access it at a later time in case you guys miss anything. So if Ashley, do you have the PowerPoint?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hold on.
So just to introduce ourselves, my name is Natalie Gonzalez. I'm the Student Services Clerk for the Non-Credit program.
My name is Luis Jauregui. I'm the Program Specialist.
And my name is Ashley Mejia, the Project Manager. Sorry, it looks like the slideshow isn't opening up. Can you guys try to open it on your end?
Let's see. I'm working on opening mine right now.
No?
No, it's giving me a lag. Sorry, everybody, for the technical difficulties. We'll get to it in just a second.
Maybe as we wait, if you guys want to start in the discussion already, kind of tell us what brought you to this presentation, or if you know what you're going to major in, what majors you're going to be majoring in, so we can kind of cover those.
I think I can do it now. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Ashley? Okay. Okay, so welcome to our presentation. It's the non-credit initiatives. I'm Luis Jauregui, Program Specialist. I'm joined by my colleague, Natalie Gonzalez, our Student Services Clerk, and our Project Manager, Ashley Mejia. Our Dean, Dr. Dion Carter, had a prior commitment, so she was unable to join us, but she does wish you guys the best. So what is non-credit? Non-credit are classes that are non-credit classes that are free. They help you build fundamental skills that will support your college and career goals. We are committed to.
Sorry, the presentation is not showing you the next slide. If you're on the next slide.
Oh, it's not working properly. Sorry, I can't see you guys. Let me see. Let's try again. Is it showing it now?
Can you make it full screen?
Like that?
Can you show it as a slideshow?
Yeah, it has it as a slideshow now. on my end.
But not with the navigation, just the... We're sorry, everyone, for the technical difficulties again. Or maybe we could just forego the slideshow and then we can pull up anything we need to.
Let's see if this works.
Yeah, that works.
Is that,
Yes.
did it switch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So what is non-credit? Non-credit classes are free classes for adults 18 and over. These classes help you build fundamental skills that will support your college and career goals. We are committed to support you in every step of the way. And this commitment, we offer free quality instruction, caring student support services, including access to non-credit counselors. We partner with community agencies that can connect you with resources you might need while you are receiving your education. And then currently we offer 11 free non-credit and career preparation certificate programs, in addition to our free ESL, English as a Second Language, and our citizenship test preparation classes. However, because of the remote setting due to the ongoing pandemic, some of our classes or certificate programs are not being offered because they need in-person instruction, such as the bicycle maintenance courses. To talk a little more about the actual programs and what we are actually offering this coming fall, Ashley Mejia will talk about that a little later. Right now, I'll pass it on to Natalie Gonzalez, who will talk about our registration process and why you guys would benefit from non-credit.
So you guys might be asking yourselves, why non-credit? Like, why would I take a class that doesn't offer me any grades or any units? But there's a lot of benefits to our non-credit program. There's a lot of good things about non-credit. A couple of them are the classes are completely free. So there's absolutely no tuition fee. The only thing you might have to pay for is a small material fee for the class, depending on which class you're taking. Maybe you have to purchase a book or anything like that. But other than that, the classes are completely free. The classes also will not affect your GPA or financial aid status at all. So you can pretty much only benefit from these classes. They're for your knowledge. There's no negative consequences to taking these classes. We also offer free college and career counseling in our program. So if at any point you decide that you want to talk to a counselor regarding your next steps, whether that be in like your career or in school, we have counselors available to assist you with anything like that. We also offer one-on-one help with our supportive student services staff, which would be Luis and I. So we're available through email and phone. If you ever have any questions regarding the non-credit program, how to register, how to enroll, you can reach out to us. We're available. And in the non-credit program, we also have many partnerships with the community, such as workforce resource centers like JVS and Chrysalis. And we also work very closely with the Adult Education Center and with the Santa Monica Public Library. So these classes are pretty much available to anyone who's over the age of 18, lives in California, and does not possess an F1 student visa. So we offer free certificate programs. You're able to earn a non-credit certificate in one single semester as long as you take all of the consecutive classes that are needed for that certificate. But also, if you're not interested in earning the non-credit certificate, you can take each of these courses individually if that's what you want to do. So these programs are meant to prepare you to continue in your area of interest and prepare you for mid-level employment in your chosen field. We offer flexible schedules, so as you can tell, we have classes during the week as well as on weekends if you work during the week. And you're able to enroll for these classes using your Coursera Connect and the section number of the course, or if you want to reach out to Luis or I, we're able to help you with registration or enrollment or anything else that you have questions with this program as well.
So each semester our offerings change depending on what's currently available. So we kind of wanted to go over what's happening this fall and go over the areas of interest since we know that you are all considering all of that. As freshman students, one of the programs that probably will benefit you the most is our transition to college and career. The first half of it is really talking about everything you need to succeed in college, learning how to do your financial aid application, understanding different academic policies, trying to figure out how you want to decide your major. And then the second one kind of also helps you decide a major. So if you're really uncertain, then this is kind of the perfect program for you. It's similar to what you would get in other counseling classes, but like has been mentioned before, these classes are non-credit, so they're completely free. And on top of that, you have access to different non-credit career counseling. We offer a couple other programs that the next three ones are specifically in our business area of interest. So our receptionist program goes over customer service skills, basic computer skills, or if you want to learn more about Microsoft Office. As Natalie said, you can either take the whole certificate program or just take individual classes. We also offer customer service and our business essentials if you're thinking about going into the business area of interest to help you decide. Can we go to the next slide? For our healthcare and education pathways, we are offering our introduction to working with older adults. So if you're interested in being maybe like an in-home service aide or interested in going into gerontology, this would be the kind of perfect program for you. If you're thinking about doing kinesiology, a lot of our students also take our rehabilitation therapy aid to help you get started in that. If you're interested in sustainability, then we also offer our sustainability and organics aid that goes over sustainability in the food systems. And if you're interested in doing education, we offer our introduction to early care and education, which will help you prepare for careers to working with young kids. And if you want to go to the next one. Additionally, if you or your family are currently trying to get your U.S. citizenship, we offer citizenship preparation classes throughout the year. So unlike the other programs that have a fixed start and end date, these programs you can enroll at any time. So you can enroll whether this week or towards the end of the semester. It's open enrollment. Additionally, we offer 3 different levels of ESL. So we offer our beginning, intermediate, and advanced. This semester, we also have contextualized our ESL instruction for English language learners that are interested in also pursuing working with young kids. We have our college and career pathways that is designed to help with the early childhood.
Finally, it's our how to contact us. So our website is www.smc.edu/noncredit. You can also email us with any questions or registration through noncredit registration at smc.edu. Our office number is 310-434-3399. And while we are in a remote setting, we still can receive those phone calls. Office hours are 8:30 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. We do have a Facebook page. While you guys can't click on this link, if you guys search non-credit initiatives, SMC non-credit initiatives, you guys will be able to find our Facebook page. Or if you email us, we can send you the link as well. My email is Luis Haudigui @smc.edu. And my colleague, Natalie Gonzalez's email would be gonzalez_natalie@smc.edu. And we're here to help you reach your goals. If you guys have any questions, please add them to the discussion and we'll answer them now.
So that was kind of fast. That was a lot of information. If you guys have any questions regarding anything we went over, or how to enroll, how to register, anything, feel free to ask.
And also in the content section, we do have our phone number and our website as well as our email listed. So in case you want to copy and paste that. Additionally, we have the actual class schedule for all of our programs. So it'll show you when the start and end dates are. And it also links to our Facebook page. We seem to have a quiet crowd today. No questions? Are there any programs you'd like us to talk more about? What it kind of goes over, how long the programs are? If it's your first time logging into one of these seminars, if you go to the discussion area, should be able to add any comments that you have there. We'd gladly answer any questions you have.
So in case we went too fast or somebody joined late, please feel free to ask us a question in discussion, and then we'll gladly address it there.
Is our discussion section even working, or is everyone just really quiet?
Ashley, I think you might be on mute.
I've had a whole conversation. I do see the comments. So can you take two at the same time? Yes, you can take two classes at the same time. Our classes are flexible, meaning that you can actually do them at your own pace. We have a lot of students actually do a couple programs at the same time for those folks that are really ambitious. So you do have that flexibility. Is there any mandatory non-credit classes for non-English speakers? No, there isn't. So what we have students do is, depending on where you think your level is, whether it's beginning or advanced, we have you talk to both Lisa and Natalie as well as our non-credit counselors, and we would kind of figure out what level is best for you. You can start a class, and if you figure that the level is either like too advanced or is too beginning, then we can also change your level. So there's always a lot of communication with us. So there, even if you're in the wrong class, we can easily switch you out. Let's see. How do we enroll in a non-credit class? So with non-credit classes, you have the option of just either enrolling the same way you would for your credit program, so just by the section numbers that are listed, or you can contact Luis or Natalie and they can enroll you in the specific sections that you're interested in. So with that, since most of you already have your SMC ID numbers, if you could just send them an email with the courses that you're interested in taking, and they'll be able to register you. Okay. Yeah, sorry, we had issues seeing it. So I see one comment of they can't see our questions, I think. We see them now. Do the non-credit classes show up on your transcripts, and how are they looked at by UCs? That's a really good question. So as far as your transcripts, they do show up on your transcripts, but they're on a separate page. So it shows up that you've done certificate programs or different classes. They don't necessarily have grades in the same way that your credit-bearing units do. So it doesn't affect your GPA in the same way. It just shows that you took classes. So whether you wanted to go to another college and they show that you have a certificate in something, then it'll show that way. they're not necessarily looked at the same way that they are for credit classes. So it doesn't necessarily affect your admission status. It really just shows that you took these additional classes or you earned this additional certificate.
I have one here. Non-credit. Does non-credit mean that you don't receive credit towards graduation like you do for other classes, or does it mean you don't have to pay tuition for them? So it's both. The classes are free and you don't receive credit towards graduation. There's a way for you to either explore a new field without it risking your GPA, and it wouldn't affect your tuition. You don't have to pay because there's no units associated with it. It also, California residency doesn't really matter. So even if you're from an out-of-state student living in California, then you can take these classes and they'll be free to you as well.
And then going back, we actually, if you complete a certificate program, even if you're not getting your AA yet, you'll actually be invited to participate in SMC's graduation. So since you're still earning a certificate, it still counts as you're earning a certificate, but it is different than an AA or any other of the credit-bearing certificate programs. How many weeks do non-credit classes last? That really depends on the program. And since we're in a remote environment, it really depends on how quickly you can get through certain classes. So it really all varies. They're designed to be completed in a short amount of time. So the longest the classes go will be a semester long. But there aren't that many classes that last that long. Usually they're just about like a month or so, at least, Natalie, if you want to correct me. But I want to say on average, each class is about a month.
And they're broken up depending on the certificates. If it's a certificate program, so it'll be like 3 consecutive classes. So if you just want to take one individual one, you can do that, or you could take the 3 consecutive, and it'll be a full semester.
Additionally, most of them kind of follow one another. So for the first 4 weeks of a semester, you'll take one class, and when that one ends, you'll start the second class. Schedule, you might be taking one. It'll look like 3 classes in the semester, but you're really just taking one class, week 1 through 4, 5 through 9, or whatever it may be. They kind of just build on each other. So you complete the certificate in one semester.
Mm-hmm. We have a question. How do we calm ourselves down before a test? That's a good question because that really depends on what normally calms you down. There's like a lot of workshops that SMC puts together. So if you look at the student services calendar, they have a ton of workshops on like test anxiety, how to prepare, how to best do your study skills, time management, all of that. Additionally, what we would recommend you do is probably take one of those. So you can either do our non-credit transition to college, which will kind of give you some study tips and all of that. But other, I want to say counseling, I don't know what the section number is, but there's another introductory course on the credit side that's also counseling that kind of gives you all of that too, like how to best prepare for a test, how to study, all of that. Which is really beneficial, especially as you're starting college. So that's a great question. And there's a lot of different resources you can go do that for that. If you're taking 4 classes for fall, does it work with your schedule if you want to do the certificate? So yeah, so like we said, all of our classes are designed to be really flexible, and they're not, they can be done based on your time. You just kind of have to figure out within the time that the class allows you to do it. Our classes are designed to not be as, since there aren't units associated to it, it is a little bit, I'm not saying it's easier, but it's a lot more flexible than your credit classes are. So there's a lot of leeway on how you can take both. So it's not really that difficult to manage all of them at once when it comes to non-credit. Gabriella, have you example 1 semester? I'm not exactly sure what that question means, but I'm going to assume that the certificates, you can either finish a whole certificate in 1 semester, and certain classes might be a semester long, but typically they aren't.
So there's a couple people asking if they can see the slides for the programs again.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys
Lisa, can you?
Should I put them up again?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
How many hours should I plan to take 1 credit course? That's a great question. And it kind of varies depending on the course that you're looking at. So if you want to even just let us know what courses you're interested in, we can kind of tell you how to best prepare for them. But typically, it's the same kind of time schedule that you would plan for your credit classes. Does the fundamentals of Microsoft Office cover each program equally? That's a great question. I'm not exactly sure how long it goes through each program, but the instructors do a really good job of trying to figure out where all the students' needs are. So I would have to look at their syllabus again and take a look. So even if you guys want to reach out to us after, or we could follow up with you, because I'm not exactly sure how it's broken down week by week, but I know that they will be covering all of the different programs. How many hours are in the non-credit course for business? Let me take a look. So I think total instructional hours. So let me pull up our. Natalie, are you able to look at the comments on the chat?
Yeah, I'm going to start responding to the ones that we're not getting to.
Okay.
Through text. So somebody asked, do the non-credit classes carry any units? No, the non-credit classes have no units. So if you guys can see that, that's the schedule for our certificate programs. Maybe if you go to the next slide, Lisa, those are more. Yeah, so these are all the fall offerings that we have for our certificate programs. We have the transition to college and career, receptionist, customer service, business essentials. So again, if you're interested in earning a certificate in any of these fields, you can take all of the courses needed to earn that certificate, or if you're just interested in one single class, you're able to take the individual courses as well.
So for the question,
And the start and end dates for each one of those programs is on there as well. So you can see they most of them run about 4 weeks.
And as far as getting back to the question about the business essential class, both classes are about 18 hours to complete for each course. I think the longest program that we have might be the sustainability program, which is, let's see, it's about 32 hours for each course. So the courses vary depending on the program that you're interested in, but for the most part, they average around like 20 to 30 or so for each class.
So again, we also offer ESL classes. We have 3 different levels: beginning, intermediate, and advanced, and we offer many different courses for each level, like integrated skills, listening, speaking, reading, writing. We also offer citizenship classes, and all of these are completely free. So if you guys have family members or anyone who you think would benefit for any of these, feel free to refer them to us.
And it's for anybody that's new to our program, it's a 1-page application for the non-credit program. So we try to keep it fairly simple in case you guys have family members or friends who are looking for any of the career training or citizenship and English as a second language classes.
And Lisa and I also speak Spanish. If you were concerned about your family members not being able to communicate, we also can translate for them.
So one of the questions is, how can we get the certificate? Meaning, is it a pass or no pass, or do we get a grade? So you do get a grade. Essentially, it's a pass or no pass. And you would get the certificate at the end of the semester about 4 to 5 weeks after the semester has ended. Admissions will mail you a certificate. You will see it on your transcript before they actually send anything out, though. So the first place you'll see it after you pass your classes will be on your unofficial transcript. And once it's printed on your unofficial transcript, then you can order a copy of it from the admissions department.
I think there was one, I don't know if we got to this one. I'm in early childhood. What are the programs you offer in that field? That's a great question. We do actually offer the Introduction to Early Care and Education, which is a really nice complement to our credit program. So it'll give you a lot of the hands-on kind of information that you would need to know for like your entry-level positions. So as you're studying or preparing to get into the ECE field, this is a great on-ramp for it. So even if you just want to decide for sure if that's something that you're interested in, we do offer a certificate in early care and education.
So when you guys asked me to post the link to our non-credit classes, I posted it. It's smc.edu/non-credit, but it's also in the content. So next to discussion, there should be a content tab. And on there, we have the schedule and our contact information as well, in case you guys want to copy and paste that, or I would say take a screenshot. But in case you guys are on a computer, you can just maybe take a picture. It is in our content, but I also posted it in discussion just now. I think I saw another question in here. So how much time? You kind of time it for one semester. How much time does it take to get your certificate? It's one semester. Each class, as we mentioned, is different amount of weeks, different amount of hours. But to earn your certificate, it's in one semester.
And also kind of going back on what Louis said, where you could find your class schedule. If you're on Coursera Connect, you can actually do a filter. So it shows you all of the non-credit courses for each semester, which is probably the easiest way to look at all of the different ones. And it'll show it depending on the different department area. So you can either take a look directly on our page and we'll have it listed depending on the area, the course number and all of that. But then you can also just look straight through Coursera Connect where you would also enroll in the class.
So I have two questions. So one of them is, can international students apply? Unfortunately, because of the visa policy, we cannot take anybody with an F1 student visa. If it's an international student who's here on a different type of visa, then yes, you guys can take it. But if it's under F1, we cannot do your registration. The other question is, will there be grades on the certificate? On the certificate, there won't be grades. On your transcript, it'll show as a pass. I think it's either a P for pass, SP, or an I, which means no pass. So there's no A, B, C, or D. It won't affect your GPA. It's pretty much a pass, no pass type of class.
Also kind of elaborating on the program eligibility. So the only population that we're not able to serve is our F1 visa students, but we are able to have classes for our undocumented students. And I know that's a big question, especially when it comes to the ESL classes. So for the most part, it's open to everyone 18 and over, with the exception of F1 visas.
Yeah, it's a good point, Ashley.
I'm just taking a look at.
Do you guys have?
Yeah, I was
gonna say, if you guys have other questions, please post it in the discussion. Were you guys able to see the slides okay on the second go around? Trying to go a little slower, so I didn't want to rush through it.
Maybe, Luis, if you can show them our website so they can see where the content information is as well.
Yeah.
And the easiest way to navigate it from the main page, if you're not just doing it through the top, if you just do search and do non-credit, then it should be the first thing that pops up as well.
So it's from the home page, search, then non-credit. And the first link will be non-credit registration. And this is us, so it kind of tells you the 6 steps on how to enroll in our program. It has the online orientation, it has the application, and then our email in case you guys want to contact us. Or right now you have to send us the application, but in case you guys have any questions, contact us there. It's again our contact information, requirements. It's kind of drop menu. So if you click on the little plus signs, you guys will be able to see what the requirements are. Fees, the classes are free. There are optional fees, such as your ASB membership, the health fee, the student representation fee. I think if you guys are taking the credit, this stuff might be a little different. If you're only taking non-credit, then these are mainly optional. For our schedules, you just click on the tab that you're interested in. So let's say non-credit career education and business, go business essentials, and then I'll have the schedule for that program and the total hours. Some of you guys were asking for the amount of hours it would take. Same with customer service or receptionist. Sorry, it's my dogs. And then this is the ECE program. And this is the one that we were, that closely works with English as a second language and the ECE. So these classes are on Fridays and the ECE is on Saturdays. Whoever's going to take these classes, they would, it's kind of back to back both days, but you get 2 certificates out of it. Anything else on here, Ashley, that you kind of want to share?
No, I think for the most part, thank you for sharing how that navigates. Luis kind of touched on an important point too. So it's very possible to just take non-credit classes and not, so someone that's not coming to SMCA and you're telling them about these programs, they're able to take straight non-credit classes and not take any credit classes. And you get a lot of the same benefits that you would if you were taking credit SMC. But with what Luis was saying, some of the things are optional. So there's certain things that you can opt out of that are a little bit different than the credit end. But other than that, you are a full SMC student. You have all the advantages that all SMC students do. So you also still have access to like the wellness center. If you're getting the ASB membership, then you would get the Blue Bus. And this semester, especially since we're online, even if students are just taking non-credit classes, we will still do Chromebook loan lending. So if you are interested in that, or if you need a laptop, then just let us know and we would gladly get you one. Sorry, Luis, I think I cut you off.
You're good. I was just going to share that our contact information on the main webpage also has our Facebook link in case any of you guys want to follow us on Facebook for updates on our.
The SMC Go app.
Oh, and we do have the SMC Go app as well. I'm not sure if you guys have downloaded it yet, but SMC has this SMC Go app where you get updates from different programs. Our program is on there as well, and we also send out notifications through there about ongoings for our program.
So yeah, if you haven't downloaded the SMC Go app, you could do opt-in channels. So all different program areas will have them. For ours, we'll give you updates if there's any workshops, like let's say study skills or resume building, we have that. With our certificate programs too, something I realized I didn't understand before was that we work closely with JVS. So students that complete our certificate programs, if you're interested in getting job referrals, then we would pair you up with JVS to see if we can get you job placement. So we're very hands-on in terms of trying to get you employed if that's what your goal is.
And again, we also have career and college counseling counselors that are available. If you ever want to talk to any of them, we have 2 counselors and they're available to help you with any of your goals, whatever your goals are.
Genesis has a question about her Chromebook. Is there any way I can help with that? Genesis, if you can send me an email, I believe the actual contact is with the bookstore, but I'll find out and then I can follow up with you. I'll put my email under your comment.
Does anyone have any other non-credit questions? If you think of anything after this, you can feel free to email Luis or I or the non-credit registration email too.
And you also have the option to call our office as well. And at least Natalie will get back to you. So the other advantage of non-credit is that we are a small program. These are literally the people that you would talk to whenever you have any questions. So it is a little bit easier also to navigate than sometimes the credit programs are because it's so big. But on ours, we'll at least guide you to whoever resource you need to. So we're very hands-on in that way. We try to be as warm handoff as possible. So if you have any questions, we really are here always.
I'm looking at the discussion for any last minute questions. If you guys have any questions, feel free to post them. And remember that this recording will be available later. In case you guys missed the initial presentation or anything, you can also email us.
But thank you everyone for your really good questions. To kind of just recap so that we all have them. So our classes are free. They don't have any credits associated to them, so they don't show up as far as any units go on your transcripts. They are on your transcripts, but they only show as pass or no pass once you get the certificates. If you complete a certificate program, you are invited to SMC's graduation, and you're also connected with different worksource centers to get you employed. You have access to our non-credit counselors and everything, all the other resources the SMC offers. If you need help with Chromebooks or anything like that, contact Natalie and Luis, and we'll direct you to the right campus resource. For the programs, all programs are designed to be finished in 1 semester. Each class takes about 20 to 30 on average hours to complete, but it is designed to be really flexible so that it's based on your time and your availability. And like always, we're here for any questions you might have. We would gladly support you every step of the way. So please feel free to contact us. So we'd love to hear from you.
And then one question, when does enrollment end? So enrollment technically ends this coming week. We can still add you late in case the classes haven't started. So it's really when the classes start, but to make sure that you're in the class, it would be this week. So if you can email us or contact us by Friday, we can guarantee that you guys will get a spot. After that, it gets a little bit trickier, but if you guys can either add it on Coursera Connect or email us, then we'll be able to get you guys in.
With the exception of our ESL and our citizenship, which you can start enrollment at any time.
Right. Yeah, ESL and citizenship anytime. And then remember that in case it's for a friend or parent, the only thing we can't process would be F1 student visas. Anything else, undocumented students, any other kind of status, we can do it.
So thank you for your time and for sticking with us through all our technical difficulties. But we would love to hear from you and hope to see you in the fall.
Thank you, guys.